Namaste. Welcome to the lecture on design of plate girders. To design the plate girder, we need to refer the provisions of 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6 and 8.7 of IS 800 2007. These provisions are available from page number 54 to 65. It means to design the plate girder, we need to refer IS 800 2007 from page number 54 to page number 65. Now we will see how we can design this plate girder by step. In step number 1, we need to ascertain whether the girder can be made laterally restrained throughout or not. It means that we need to ascertain the beam is laterally restrained or not. Laterally restrained or not. What is meant by laterally restrained? To get the complete information about the laterally restrained beam, we need to watch the video of beam. The video of design of beam. For your knowledge, I am explaining here. Laterally restrained means, suppose this is the beam, the top flange is completely embedded into the concrete, or this beam is supported laterally. It means that the beam is completely restrained, completely resist the lateral torsional buckling. The beam which resists the lateral torsional buckling is known as laterally restrained beam. Okay, to get the complete information, we need to watch the video on the design of beams. Okay, in step number 1, we need to ascertain the beam is laterally restrained or not. Step number 2, we need to calculate the design forces. What is the live load coming onto the girder? What is the dead load? And what is the shear force? And what is the bending moment? We need to determine the shear force, critical shear force and critical bending moment. Step number 2, we need to determine the critical shear force and critical bending moment for the given factored live load and factored dead load. In the question, if the given only service load by the multiplication with some factor, generally we will use 1.5. By the multiplication of 1.5, we can get the factored load. Okay, students. In step number 1, we need to ascertain the beam is laterally restrained or not. In step number 2, we need to determine the critical shear force and bending moment for factored loads. Okay. Step number 3, we need to decide the design of plate girder, size of the plate girder. We need to decide the size of the plate girder. Plate girder means we may have flange at top and bottom and the web. And web means here we need to determine or decide the width of the flange BF, thickness of the flange TF, and depth of the beam, depth of the web as well. At the same time, thickness of the web also need to be determined. Okay. In step number 3, we need to determine the size of the plate girder which includes thickness of the web, depth of the web, and width of the flange, thickness of the flange. Thickness of the web TW is equal to mz by fy, mz by fy d by tw square. mz by fy d by tw square. Power of 0.33. You need to remember this formula. You need to remember this formula. mz by fy d by tw square, or you can make it k. K is d by tw. Simply you can remember now. mz by fy k square power of 0.33. And depth of the web mz k by fy power of 0.33. Please, in thickness we are having k square in denominator. In depth we are having k in numerator. K square in denominator, k in numerator. That is only the difference between these two formulas. Remaining all same. Here mz is the moment determined in step 2. Fy is the yield strength of the steel. As we are using Fe 410, Fy is 250, Fu is 410. It means Fy is 250 Newton per mm square. And K, that is d by tw value. We need to assume this value based on the provisions of page number 59 to 63. Okay, d by tw value should be assumed based on the provisions given in IS 800 2007 in page number 50, from page number 59 to 63. To make it simple, I have drawn some conclusions. If you observe d by tw value less than or equal to 67, it will act as simple ordinary beam with end stiffeners. Means if you assume d by tw value 67, it will act as ordinary beam. It is not act as plate girder. It will act as ordinary beam. That's why it is uneconomical. We need to design plate girder, right? That's why if you assume d by tw value 67, it will act as ordinary beam. Okay, that's why we won't assume d by tw value less than 67. If you assume the d by tw value in between 67 to 200, no need to provide intermediate stiffener, but you need to provide end stiffener. You need to provide end stiffener. No need to provide intermediate stiffener, but you need to check for shear buckling. Shear buckling may happen. That's why you should take care of shear buckling if you assume d by tw value in between 67 and 200. If you assume the d by tw value greater than 250, along with intermediate stiffeners, you need to provide longitudinal stiffeners. Along with intermediate stiffeners, you need to provide longitudinal stiffeners. Please observe, if you are increasing d by tw value, stiffeners are increasing. You need to provide longitudinal stiffeners along with intermediate stiffeners. If you assume d by tw value greater than 345, the total compression flange gets failed. That's why you should not increase the d by tw value. It is suggested that d by tw value should be approximately equals to 100 or 110. It is preferable to take d by tw value approximately equal to 100, 110. Okay, Once we know Fy, Mz, K value, we can determine the thickness and depth of the web. We need to design the flanges now, right? We need to design these flanges. Here, width of the flange. Width of the flange. Width of the flange. This is the width of the flange, right? BF. Width of the flange should be approximately equal to 25 to 50% of depth of the web. You should take 25 to 50% of depth of the web as the width of the flange. Means by multiplying depth of the flange with 0.25 to 0.05, sorry, 0.5. 0.25 to 0.5, you can get the width of the flange. And thickness of the flange is equal to mz gamma m naught by Fy dBf. This formula implies that the movement coming onto the beam M is carried out by flanges. That is, mz is equal to Fy into breadth of the flange, thickness of the flange, and depth of the beam by gamma m naught. This formula we know already. I have drawn this formula from this formula only. Okay, thickness of the flange is equal to mz gamma m naught by Fy into depth of the overall depth of the beam into width of the flange. Okay, I hope you can remember this one now. Now we are at table 2 of IS 800 2007, which is at page number 18. As I told, the flanges of plate girder should be proportioned such that flanges classifiable as plastic. To make the flanges as plastic for welded section, why? Because plate girder is connected to the welded joints. For welded section, B by TF value should be 8.4 Flan. B by TF value should be less than 8.4 Flan. Where Flan is root of 250 by Fy. Root of 250 by Fy. For Fe 410 still Fy is 250, that's why Flan becomes 1. Where B is the width of the element, may be taken as clear distance between the lateral supports or between the lateral support and free edge. Okay, B is the element may be taken as the clear distance when D by TW value is greater than 67. Obviously, for plastic section, we are assumed D by TW value greater than 67. Okay. Here, B can be taken as BF minus TW by 2. Means outstanding leg. Please observe, outstanding leg means this portion. As IS code specified, B can be taken as BF minus TW by 2. This is total BF minus thickness of the web means we can get this portion BF minus TW means this portion. BF minus TW means this portion, by 2 will give this portion. Okay, now B can be taken as BF minus TW by 2. Once we substitute B value and TF value, it should be less than 8.4. Okay, if it is not less than 8.4, we need to modify the thickness of the flange such that it should be less than 8.4. We have designed the plate girder which includes web and 2 flanges. Now we need to check for bending, shear buckling, lateral torsional buckling, and we need to connect the flange and web. At the same time, we need to ascertain whether the stiffeners are required or not, like longitudinal stiffeners, end bearing stiffeners, lateral stiffeners. Okay, if required, we need to design the stiffeners as well, and we need to design the connection of stiffeners with web. In next videos, we will continue this design of plate girder.